Welcome back to Upper Michigan Today. March is National Reading Month. And where does reading begin? Well, with learning the ABCs. New author and mom Emma Knuckman joins us now to talk about the release of her first book, Rewind and Play, ABC, The Millennial Way. Thanks a lot for joining us on a snowy Thursday with a brand new book. I'm really excited to learn about this and to hear how it came about. So we'll just start with some background. I take it you're a millennial mom.
I am a millennial mom, exactly. And I found myself laid off for the first time. I'm a career marketer, so I'm also a Gemini, and us Geminis, we do not do well with unstructured time. So I just had an idea pop into my head one day, and I was like, you know what? I really want to be able to tell my daughter about how things were when I was a kid. So I had the idea for the book, and luckily the time to do it as well. So I just got to work.
Yeah, oh, that's great. So, you know, what do you see today? Like, what makes a millennial mom different than what Gen X, Gen Z? I mean, you know, what do you think that makes you, you know, what does it take to be a millennial mom in today's world?
Oh my gosh. Well, things are very different now. So my daughter is in kindergarten, and these kids today, they have like instant gratification with the world of screens. And I know we do too with our phones, obviously. So I think just really taking the time to explain to kids like what we did for fun and how we slowed down, and that we didn't have instant gratification like that. Like, I would go to Blockbuster and sometimes they wouldn't have what I was looking for. So that's it, you just kind of go home. So I think that there's a lot of things now with like the dawn of technology that we really can't lose, you know, what made my childhood kind of the best time to be growing up, I thought.
Yeah, and now you get to share that with your daughters and other millennial parents and share that with their children as well. So this book, it's right here, it's right tangible, here. You've got it. What actually went into the creation of this book?
Oh my gosh, a lot. So I actually was gifted an iPad with a stylus by my aunt, which was amazing. So I just got to work. I've been creative and just was drawing, and the computer I had bought to apply for jobs was like my tool to use this. So it was an interesting journey, right? Like during this time where I was, you know, found myself at like, to really have an opportunity to do something and bring ideas to life and like be creative for once. And like, it's really possible. So I want people to know that like, if you have a good idea, you can bring it to life, and like, look, it's here. You know, we've done it. So
and I love that you took what, you know, some people might consider a setback in life, getting fired from your corporate job that you've worked for so long, and you took that as just you know, when one door closes, another one opens.
Absolutely. And the funny thing is, because of writing this book and the whole process, I actually ended up getting my job back.
Really?
Yes. So that was definitely a full circle moment. But I think really stressing like the importance of putting yourself out there with these ideas and bringing something to life, and not being afraid to try something, even though, you know, I'm an older millennial, but just do it.
So in the process of wanting to teach others about millennial life, did you learn something writing this book?
Yeah, I mean, I think that just the feeling, I think that there was like a stat that millennials are probably the most nostalgic group, because we do yearn. Maybe we were like the last age of people that really didn't have like this inundation of technology. So I think just taking the time to revisit everything from like early childhood onto my high school days was just really cool. And it was awesome then to share this with my daughter, because she had a lot of questions. She's like, oh, what are you even talking about? What is that? What's a Tamagotchi? You know, those sort of things.
You mean DVDs used to come in the mail? Exactly. What are you talking about? Netflix? It wasn't just the internet?
Imagine waiting for something like that.
I know, so crazy. Wild. It really fun to look back on. I'm a really nostalgic person myself. I'm excited to open up this book, take a look inside. We do have to take a commercial break, but when we come back, we're going to dive into this more. Great. Welcome back to Upper Michigan Today, everybody. We're talking about this book, Rewind and Play, ABC, The Millennial Way, with the author, Emma Knuckman. So a really fun way to learn the alphabet, get nostalgic. I also have it up here, so I thought we could take a look at some of the pages. Of course, we don't have to go through all of it, but we'll take a walk down memory lane. Oh, is this the first? Can you read in your best storyteller voice?
Absolutely. Well, a question for you guys. Do you remember the times like making mixtapes, recording from the radio?
Oh yeah.
Tia, maybe as our Gen,
as our cusper,
Gen Z,
yeah.
right? Yeah, exactly.
Calling into the radio and requesting songs.
Exactly.
I remember doing that, actually.
Yeah.
I used to call Q107 all the time and request my songs. So
Yeah.
I did that. I didn't make mixtapes on, a actual tape.
Okay.
But I had a Walkman.
Okay, well, there you go. So W is for Walkman in the book. One of the things, too, Beanie Babies, Trolls, all of these things, like the little details. I used to go to the local flea market and sell Beanie Babies out of my backpack, and that was my hustle as a kid.
Really?
So I think the kids
Yeah.
today, they need to know about things like this.
Right. It teaches good lessons, too.
Yeah,
How
I
to
would
talk to
say
people
so.
face to face and
Yeah,
things like that. A lot of the lost
exactly.
art, I feel, going on.
Right,
out
a
there.
young entrepreneur selling Beanie Babies, and who can forget this lovely... Remember this? Everyone would draw this on their notebooks. So lots of throwbacks here.
Oh, I
The
remember
Furbies.
this, yeah.
Yeah, that was like a very big deal. Not sure the origin there, but I know it was a huge part of my childhood.
The random, Superman ad. What is that?
I don't know, but it covered, all of the school notebooks, everything.
Emma, what are some lessons you're trying to teach your daughter about
Yeah.
being, what you see in today's world, what the differences out there?
I think really taking time to slow down, right? And just kind of make the best of what's around you is the key thing that I want people to realize, and also bridge generations, right? So I think that this book is a way to really start conversations with your children about how things were back in the day and share memories, because kids love learning, hearing about that sort of thing. I know I do. I'm working on another book with my dad as my subject matter expert to do the ABC's The Boomer Way. Again,
Why did you point at me when you said
I
that?
know.
You're calling me out.
Right,
Right,
I know. No. But I think that that's something, too, that just grandparents and, reading, again, March is reading month, just doing something that we can really bring together. And, again, just slow down. This doesn't, require anything except for just talking and learning. Which,
be in the moment, slow down,
Definitely.
Yeah.
And I know it starts with us, too, with the technology side of it. I know kids have their iPads, but... It makes me be a little bit more conscious about how I'm spending my time on my phone.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And seeing this one, B is for Blockbuster.
Blockbuster.
Our Friday night jam. We'd wander the aisles with no Netflix or Gram.
Exactly. I mean, it was the social event. We'd get candy. You
Yeah,
could see friends from school. It was great.
I still remember the smell when you
Me
walk
too.
into Blockbuster.
Oh yeah, it's
right.
popcorn in the carpet for some reason.
I know, right. Plastic,
yeah,
whatever,
exactly.
but yeah.
Plastic. It was an experience.
Chat rooms.
Chat rooms. I mean, AOL Instant Messenger. I lived and died by that. I loved it. It was a huge part of my childhood. The same. I was really into the band Hanson, and Hanson had an amazing chat room that was the early days of catfishing, I think. So this is kind of a nod to that. Just the
dial
back in the day,
the
right?
dial-up logging
Yeah,
in. The computer
exactly.
even took. Now we're just boom, 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 we're in.
Right.
And, yeah,
And
it
chat
took
rooms
minutes.
don't really exist anymore. At least I'm glad. So that's probably
Right,
good.
right.
This would be a really fun book to dive in, whether you're a millennial, Gen Z, whatever your generation, just to kind of take a walk down memory lane.
Yes.
Where can people get a copy of this book?
So locally, you can buy it at Read My Lips Books, which I'll be doing a signing event hopefully soon. But otherwise, my website, you can check it out there. It's available through all main outlets, but definitely shop local. Check it out at Read My Lips.
Shop local. That's a great
definitely.
bookstore in downtown Market. You see the website on the screen right now, EmmaKnuckman.com, if you want to, check out more of this book. But while we have you here, before we go, I thought it'd be fun to do a little millennial slang quiz just to see what we can remember. I never know if I'm millennial or Gen Z. I was 97, so I'm kind of on the cusp.
I think 96.
I grew up without social media. Well, I guess depends what we consider grew up. I got social media late middle school, but as an elementary kid, I was, outdoors, not with the phone.
Love it.
Going to
See?
Blockbuster,
Yes,
going to Family
yes.
Video, doing all that kind of stuff.
I
So
love it. Let's play
see.
this quiz.
Is being salty a good thing? No.
Definitely not.
Okay, we got that right.
Okay.
How about this? Doing really ordinary stuff is...
Oh, this is my favorite millennial slang, basic.
I've never heard that one before.
Real? Oh, okay. It's a
Okay.
good one. Yeah, don't be basic.
How about this? What is some...
Suspicious? I think I know that one.
Suspicious. Yes. Social media for? Oh. I don't know. See, that's the thing. I mean, trying to use less social media, although
Do
it's
you
a necessary
limit
evil.
your screen time at home or
I
anything?
do. I
or-
try
yeah.
to. I have one of those things that pops up when I've been on Instagram too long, and you can hit 1 more minute, which I try
I do
to,
it.
to end it at that
Right.
point.
Talk with
Yeah.
friends and family. I post
Yeah.
content. I keep up with news.
All of these things. Learning
And I
new
think
skills.
too, the kids,
Literally all
they
of them.
learn what they see, right?
Exactly,
Yeah. So I think a lot of
exactly.
the responsibility comes back to us in setting that
definitely.
example, right?
It starts with the parents for sure. So I try,
Am I a
but
boy
it's,
or
it's
Right, we try our
complicated.
best. Right? Yeah.
Exactly.
Sometimes
exactly.
it's easy to be like, here, be quiet. Take
Right,
this.
right. It's
The back
it's
seat
a
of a
hard
car.
balance. Yeah,
Right.
and I'm trying to think of the equivalent when I was a kid. I mean, did watch a lot of TV.
You know what we used to do? We used to play, I don't know if my father owns a grocery store. In the
Okay.
car, we used to play just like little car games when you go on road trips
yeah.
and stuff like that. And,
Oh yeah.
you know, with the alphabet game where you drive by signs and
Yes.
try to do that. Yeah, it's
Still do
taking me,
that.
you're taking me back.
It's a good one, right?
I like
Exactly.
that.
And
But
at
we have
nighttime
fun
in the
and you
car,
learn. Yeah,
just
you have
kind
fun, you learn.
of took a nap because there was really nothing else to do when it got dark. So
I still like to play card games.
Yeah,
Just
same
keeps me focused, kind of
Good
keeps my eyes on the
eyesight,
road.
for sure.
Yeah. All right.
Then,
Memes.
arms can be dank.
This guy is what?
Swole.
Oh yeah, he's swole.
What does GOAT stand for? I know.
Greatest of all time.
I know this one.
Love it.
Which of these is not a word for cute animal?
Oh man.
Man, these
I'm
are
gonna go with
tough. I don't know,
cutties.
but that's-
I don't know if I've heard cutties.
I'm gonna say cutties. I don't know that. Yeah. Which of these terms is meant to be mean to someone?
Throw shade.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're a tried and true millennial.
Right,
it
I know.
seems
I
like.
can't believe how many of these I know.
Ah.
I better get up with like the cooler terms nowadays.
I guess so. Well, if you stand something,
If you stand something, what does it mean? I actually have no idea.
you.
I have
Ooh.
no idea what this is. This
If
must
you-
be a cuss. This is a cuss word.
Oh, stan is really popular. It's actually a slang. It was. I'm pretty sure it was coined by Eminem, but it was
Oh.
popularized by Gen Z,
I
and it
think I know
means.
number one,
Okay.
yeah, you're-
Well, okay. If it's Eminem, I know the
Okay,
song
yeah.
very well.
Yeah.
Every word.
What drink might a gossip spill?
Oh, definitely the
That's
tea.
like Gen Z.
Yeah, this is
Did
Gen
this switch
Z.
to Gen
I
Z?
think
Whoa,
we're
10 out of
moving.
10.
Right.
Wow.
Oh, okay. Well, look at that.
We're the goat of
Generations
millennials.
unite.
Lit
I know.
right
We are
there,
lit.
too. Yes.
That's
There you go.
amazing. I loved it.
Is there anything else about your book that we should know about before we pick up a copy at Read My Lips bookstore in downtown
Oh my gosh.
Marquette?
I mean, just enjoy it. It'll bring back memories. Oregon Trail game. If anybody knows how to play that
yeah.
original,
Oh, yeah.
that's something I think needs to come back because
think so,
that
too.
is just
Is O for Oregon Trail?
When is your
it
book
sure
signing again?
is. To be determined
To be
based
determined,
on
okay.
the blizzard.
Oh, okay.
I know, right?
Well,
We're gonna wait for better weather.
Let me know when you find out, and I'll make sure to share that information right
Perfect.
here on Upper Michigan Today.
Perfect. Well, thanks, guys.
Well, thanks a lot for coming in. It was a pleasure to talk with you about this book. I will share a link to her website, to our website, uppermichigansource.com. We have to take a commercial break, but when we come back, we are joined by some board members of the Marquette County West End Youth Center. We're talking about current status, some projects, future plans. There's a lot happening and ways that you can be involved and make these things happen, so stick around.